Hello friends, I'm Tom Downey. Alongside me is Mitchell Renz, back again with our live NFL Q&A. Let's get to some more questions and comments from you guys watching on Facebook and on YouTube. Again, keep using hashtag NFL in the comments section if you want to have your questions featured. First up from Ray A. Play, can you mention what will happen to C.J. Beathard and the 49ers? I think there will be at least some trade discussion there, Mitch.
Yep. I think there definitely should be, and I think the 49ers, they should look at C.J. Beathard, and they should also look at Nick Mullins, and they should sell those players high. Now, it might sound weird saying to trade Beathard and Mullins selling high for them, but at the end of the day, I don't really think that they think that Jimmy Garoppolo is going to get injured again, and well, I think actually Beathard and Mullins played pretty well for the 49ers last year, and especially considering all the injuries and everything else that went into it. But yeah, maybe sell high.
All right, Saxton Miller, will Antonio Brown go to the 49ers? Brown wants to be in San Francisco, or at least that's what his Instagram page tends to say. I saw a point of this in the comment section at one point that Shanahan might not want to deal with that per se. He is more of a scheme over skill guy.
That's true, but if there's also one thing that Shanahan knows is when he gets an elite level wide receiver, he absolutely feeds him with targets. I mean, you go back and look at like Julio Jones's one amazing year. He had like 136 receptions. That was with Shanahan. And then also Pierre Garçon, another great year like back in 2013. Antonio Brown fits, I think, the scheme really well.
Yeah. From Christopher Vigil, what two real free agent defensive players can the Niners get as opposed to like a fake player? I kid, I know what you mean with that. I think they're going to look at safety and edge rushers. So I'll throw out guys like Dante Fowler, Shaq Barrett, probably a bit cheaper, but I think fit the role well enough for them.
I think Shaquille Barrett's actually one of the more underrated players.
Overshadowed because of the other players.
Overshadowed because of Von Miller and whatnot.
Bradley Chubb.
But you also took the other player that I was going to mention.
So I was going to leave you Earl Thomas.
Earl Thomas, yeah, leading back up with Richard Sherman. But also, I mean, maybe finding a few cornerbacks like a Ronald Darby or Callahan from the Bears. I mean, they had, 2 interceptions last year the 49ers did? So need a lot of help there.
So, speaking of Antonio Brown, what is his trade value? Let us know in the comments section. If you're the Niners, Mitch, what are you giving up for Antonio Brown? What's the most you're willing to trade?
A second-round pick. Not giving up a first-round pick.
No, certainly not at number 2 overall.
Yeah, I would say that I know that he's not going to be a Steeler, or at least he doesn't want to be a Steeler, so why would I give up more than I have to? And from what it looks like, he wants to be a 49er. Prove it.
I think a second-round pick gets it done like that. I wonder if a third would actually be enough.
Imagine the crazy world that we live in where Mr. Big Chest goes for a third-rounder.
It would indeed be pretty crazy there. So let us know what you guys think about Antonio Brown in the comments section. Next up from Kenneth, a Raiders question. So Mitch, I'll throw this one to you. Raiders get Golden Tate, re-sign Jared Cook, draft Dalton Reisner is what he means, not Ridner, in round 2, and pick up Bell. What do you think?
I like Golden Tate. It's actually not that crazy of an idea to me. Golden Tate I like. I think he's a good yards after the catch receiver, and you can hate me for saying this or not, but Derek Carr's kind of a dink-and-dunk quarterback. I've been saying I want them to bring back Jared Cook, but Jared Cook with only 1 R would be better. And then, he was the leading receiver for the Raiders. The only one that I'm not sold on is probably Le'Veon Bell because they're going to have to pay a lot for him.
Where are Raiders fans trying to play Dalton Reisner, by the way? Are they taking him? Are they claiming for him as a tackle or as a guard?
I would say tackle because their guard position for the Raiders is not a need.
Okay, unless I guess if someone leaves. But
true.
I warned you guys about Brandon Parker, and you got mad at me for saying he was overdrafted. Also from Kenneth, one that I know you're going to like, Mitch, and I do too. Make Donald Penn retire and fire Tom Cable. Where do I sign for firing Tom Cable? He's bad at his job.
He's really bad at his job. If you guys don't really, let's say, follow the Raiders, and if you do, subscribe, youtube.com/Raiders Report. But here's why you should fire Tom Cable. Offensive coach in 2017 with the Seattle Seahawks. They gave up the most sacks in the NFL. He leaves the Seattle Seahawks, goes to the Raiders, where the Raiders give up 52 sacks. Tom, in 2016 and 2017, the Raiders allowed 42 sacks combined. He leaves the Seahawks, they lead the league in rushing. There you go. Fire Tom Cable.
All right, from, let me brought this up on air, Tom Glasspenis. What team do you think next year could go 16-0 and 0-16? Mitch, which one do you want?
Oh, man. What a great name. Can Tom Glasspenis, all I ask is you change your picture to Tom's face.
Nope.
That's all I ask.
Nope.
Please.
I knew where you were going
My
the entire
birthday was a
time.
week ago. That's all I want for my birthday.
Nope. I feel like that's going to somehow come back and get me in trouble.
No, not at all. Not
Anyway,
at all.
which one do you want? 16-0 or
Could go
0-16?
16-0. The team that I think could go 0-16, well, I'll say the Miami Dolphins because I do actually
Assuming
personally
they
think that they tank. 16-0. Oh man, I don't want to say the Patriots. I'll say the Saints revenge tour.
Okay. And that's actually what I would have gone with as well. believe it or not. They have to get by the first few weeks, so they always seem to start fairly slowly.
That's fair.
From Joshua, what's with Quan Alexander's contract talks? Alexander reportedly, is from what I've been told, was that he wanted $10 million per year before he got hurt.
Jeez.
A, he should not be getting $10 million per year to begin with. B, now that he's hurt, I think he takes a one-year prove-it deal somewhere and tries to cash in next year, either with the Bucs or with a different team.
Yeah, he ain't getting 10 mil. I don't even know if he's gonna get 6.
All right, Shane Martin, where is Josh Gordon going to go? Well, he's still
Rehab?
still in rehab. So once he gets done with that, the Patriots still own his rights. We can go from there. I'm
done
not,
with Josh
yeah,
Gordon,
I'm not
man.
assuming
Like,
anything there.
an incredible player, unbelievable talent, but how many chances are you going to give a guy? Let's give some other player, another young player, his chance to live his dream because Josh Gordon keeps pissing his away.
Nathan Coyle, who do you think is the best first-round quarterback from last year? My quarterback one, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, let's say it's Baker, man. That's not even a question. Come on.
All right, Ruben, is it true that the Cardinals don't want the Niners to get Nick Bosa? I mean, I think that they know Nick Bosa is a great player. Therefore, we probably don't want our rival to get him. Therefore, we should draft him.
Yeah, true, but
I mean, like, I think what he's actually getting at here, if the Cardinals trade the number 1 pick,
yes.
they would rather not trade it to the 49ers. They'd rather give it to somebody else.
Okay,
Unless the Niners really, really overpay.
fair.
All right, Evan Daniels, is it a make or break year for John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan? Mitch, what do you think there?
Make or break year, I'm going to say no because, again, I mean, last year, sure, there was a lot of hype around the 49ers, but I actually really like what the 49ers did when they brought in Lynch and Shanahan. They both have 6-year deals, and it's kind of like, let's look ahead to the future. I mean, the 49ers were one of the worst teams for a reason, and NFL team rosters don't just switch overnight. So I will say, though, this is a huge year for the 49ers, but I don't think it's make or break.
This team had plummeted. They went from 12 wins in 2013 to 8 to 5 to 2. Yeah, I know they've only won 10 games the past 2 years. Injury's a big factor there. It's not make or break, but if they struggle again, then I think it might become make or break entering year 4 of those 6 years deals. From Spider Bitten, I hate spiders. Which teams do you think will be interested in Adam Humphries, and how big of a contract do you see him getting? Can we get the Patriots jokes out of the way immediately for Adam Humphries? Is that fair?
It'd be a good fit.
I
I like Adam Humphries. Adam Humphries, I think, is a very solid wide receiver. There's a bunch of teams that would love Adam Humphries' services.
He was asking for $8 million per year before this season. He's going to get at least 10.
If Dante Moncrief can get $9 million.
Yeah. And we saw how much Paul Richardson got and other receivers got. Humphries, a very reliable slot receiver. I think it'll be $10 million. If you need a new slot receiver, maybe even the Packers, I'll throw them out there. Patriots make sense, as do a variety of teams, Bucs as well. Someone's going to pay Humphries big money.
Okay.
From Christian Meza, will the Patriots go for big-name guys? Maybe big name, but not big contract. That's not their MO.
I'll say they've
In
never,
most cases.
they've
Stephon
never
Gilmore's
been
one
the
of the
team.
exception.
Yeah, I mean they've never been the team. I mean, and we say that, and then like last offseason, I felt like they just were like going out and buying names, spending.
Oh, but it wasn't overly expensive. Like, the Patriots don't involve big amounts of their cap. They tend to focus on, like, the market inequality. That's where Stephon Gilmore came in.
Okay.
He got a lot of money for a corner. Still not as much as you might think. I think corners in general are a little bit underpaid compared to the other top end positions. Like, receivers make more than the corners do.
Yeah.
Which is weird to me.
Sure, it's also an offensive-generated league. All right,
It
I
is.
mean, I think the main player that the Pats should worry about is Trey Flowers. So anybody who's watching the show right now, do you think the Patriots are going to re-sign Trey Flowers?
Gucci Boy throws out the 49ers as a fit for them.
Okay.
I don't know if Flowers is an ideal fit for the 49ers. He's just a little bit too much like DeForest Buckner, like Solomon Thomas, like Eric Armstead, who I think he can probably be better at the strong side defensive end spot. Because he can play on the inside.
I want him to go to the Raiders.
If I were them, I would go instead find and more impact edge rusher in round 2. Even if they do bring in Flowers, yes, I still think they end up adding a new edge rusher at some point in the NFL draft.